readers in love and kindness family. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, the one and only Conscious Self-Healthcare educator and host of the Conscious Self-Healthcare Conversation radio show. Every Wednesday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Community, this is your time to share your wellness stories and how you move from disease care to conscious self-health care. I want to hear your story. We want to hear from you. Join the conversation each Wednesday. Call in and share how you shift out of chronic disease care stress. Right here on innerlightradio.com, the healing frequency. This is Dr. K, and I am looking forward to our conversation. So call in and share. Health is consciousness, and healing is a function of consciousness. Come on, family. It's time to rock the world with the new frontier of conscious self-healthcare, while I share my wellness story with you right here on innerlightradio.com, the healing frequency. Are you taking those deep breaths? How you doing, family? How was your week? Thank you for dancing with me today. Keep on moving. High vibrations. Can you feel it? Can you feel the inner workings of your body? Come on, now. Natural high. Just like that rhythm. Hey! 6/20/2018. 6/20/2018. I want to thank you so much for coming to dance with me. Those of you that are tuned in and those of you that will listen to the rebroadcast show, either on my website or on my YouTube channel. It's so great having you join me today, energetically, spiritually, and physically, as we take those deep, deep breaths. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, the one and only Conscious Self-Healthcare educator. Thank you so much for joining me today on my radio show, the Conscious Self-Healthcare Conversation radio show, where we take time to tune into ourselves. Take a moment to sit back, take that breath and release and feel it all through your body, family. I know y'all took those breaths this week and sat back and relaxed. And if you're listening to the show at a later point and you don't do that through the week, you've got to honor yourself. You must take that time throughout the day. They give you those breaks at work. Let those breaks be a cleansing break. Let those breaks be a time for you to tune into yourself from your daily activities. Working, whatever you're doing, you want to sit back and always take a moment for yourself. You know what? I'm going to say take a moment or 2 moments for yourself every hour while you're right there at your desk working. Don't even wait for your break period. Don't even wait for the lunch period. Just sit there and breathe and take a moment, 2 moments in the day. So let's do that right now. How you doing, family? Let's sit back and take a moment and meditate and think about the joys in our life. Not the struggles, not the challenges, but what you are creating. That's what you want to focus on. And you want to focus on your being. And you want to align your being with those thoughts. So I always say, I don't care where you start at. Some people say you can't start in the middle. You got to start at the base. You got to start at the top. But I want you to work your power plants, your energy centers, your chakra centers. I want you to expand them and open them up through the breath. So you can start at the tip of your toes. You can talk about every part of the body as you work your way up. You can stop around the ankles. You can come up the base of the leg. Taking those deep breaths. And wherever you're feeling anything uncomfortable, remember we stop. We take time and we breathe into that location. And we talk to the cells. Because the cells are talking to us. So we might as well talk back. We might as well listen and say thank you for letting me know that something is not quite right there. So as you're taking those deep breaths, you are feeling your body all the way up. I'm starting from the feet today. And you come around those ankles. And you're working your way up. And you get to your knees. As I sit here and I rub my knees. And I be thankful for these knees that looks like my grandmother's knees, my great-grandmother's knees, my mother's knees, my aunt's knees, full of dimples that makes me smile, bring joy. And I know that there are healing as the fluid leaves from around my knees. I get to see the dimples now. I don't see all that fluid anymore. And I'm blessed and I'm thankful. I take that deep breath right there as I continue up my leg, moving around my thighs. All impurities. Let everything flow with ease. Let everything circulate. I get to my waist, and I feel my waist now, and I feel so blessed, and I'm so thankful. Are you feeling your waist? Are you feeling the energy within your waist? Right there, that kundalini at the base of the spine, as it begins to climb up each chakra center. We also call them the power centers in lymphology. You're moving up those power centers that's connected, those nerves that's going into every area of the body, stimulating the organs, allowing them to do what they need to do in harmony and peace. Feel the vibration, family. Sit back and relax. If you're not used to doing this, this is what you must do to be in tune with yourself. My waist, my hips, I feel them now. It's so defined. I don't have all the fluid on the right side. I can feel my hips circulating as I use that hula hoop through the week, working my hips, getting them used to staying in that movement state. Coming up my torso, feeling all the organs in there. Are you taking those deep breaths? In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the mouth, out through the mouth. However you decide to do it. But remember, the more power you give in your breath, the more consciousness you give in your breath, you are supporting that slow moving system, that lymphatic system in the body, that purification system in the body. Cleaning all the waste from the body. And you're working your way up. And you expand your shoulders, family. Feel yourself. Expand your shoulders. Taking that deep breath. Can you feel it permeating through your body? Are you in that relaxed-ful state where energy can speak to you, where you can speak to yourself, and you can hear the internal workings of your body? Yeah, move your shoulders, rock them back and forth as you take those deep breaths. Feel your neck at the base. Feel it right in there, and turning your head and taking those breaths. I'm doing this because I need to do this for myself today. Just sit back and been in this meditative, relaxing, thankful, blissful state. I'm so honored by the energy that comes to me, the people that speak to me, that's shared with me from the beyond. We all have this power. It's nothing mystical about it. We have that connection. If we will only stop and be still and listen. So yes, I'm working my way up to the areas in my face, and I'm giving support to the lymphatic vessels in my face as I continue to move all the fluid around right there by that eye that's been blocked and trapped by so much fluid over the past 4 or 5 years. Beginning to see flashes of light in my eye, because now I know that the fluid is leaving from the brain. It's not trapped in that eye. The eye's removing and allowing that fluid to come down, blowing my nose pretty much. My nose is wide open. Can you feel it through my breath? My nose is wide open. Can you feel it through my breath? Feeling good. And you have to take time and do this for yourself. Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to tell you to do it. You don't have to wait until a meditation class. You don't have to wait until you put yourself in anything. This is what you can do for yourself daily, every day. And definitely when you allow something to get on your nerves, or somebody to get on your nerves, or for you to feel frustrated, turn away, walk away, take that breath. Stop giving your power to people, places, and things and situations. We are here to have a better life for ourselves. And when you focus on having a better life for yourself, that means you are sending that energy out. And that's what you're going to get in return. Yeah. There may be times when it looks like there's a challenge coming your way, but you see it and you move beyond it. You don't have to address it. You don't have to fight. You don't have to struggle. You just take that time and you center yourself. So that felt good. That made me feel good. It also told me that there's a little tightness in my shoulder, because now that I'm finished, I feel that. And so, your shoulders, you carry a lot of weight on your shoulders, thinking about things in life. So your shoulders feeling tight, you got to see what you're trying to carry, what you're holding on to, that you might have to let go. And see, I have to let go of all the things that was done in my life and all the people that stepped in it to play a part. No matter what they were told that made them do what they did, it was done. And if they looked at my reaction, they would have known that they were doing something that wasn't kind, that wasn't just, that wasn't friendly. But sometimes you make those contracts that you just feel like you just got to stick to them. You just got to stay with them. But I'm here to tell you that you want to take the time and you want to center yourself. And you only want to send out love vibrations. You don't want to get caught up in anything that will bring anybody else any harm or hurt. Because in reality, you're really only bringing it to yourself. So how was your week? I hope you took the time to center yourself, to take those breaths, to take that break and honor your being, who you are. And give somebody a hug. No, Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks is not a hugger because of the energy that I absorb from people. I'd rather take it at a distance than to take it up close. So I always say namaste. Hold my hands. Namaste to you. I'm not a hugger for many, many reasons. Yeah, my mama used to always say, girl, come and give me a hug. I know you don't like hugging, but come on over here and give me a hug. And so, yeah, I hug my family. I hug those that are close to me. But I don't extend that energy out to a lot of people. And that's okay. So, last week I announced that we was going to have a guest today. The Minister of Wellness, Nathaniel Jordan. He agreed to come on the show, but something happened. And he could not make it. He had an emergency. So we want to wish him well and hope that everything is fine, because he's going to be at the Blackburn Center in Washington, D.C. tomorrow having a wellness talk. As I shared with you last week, he's working with Rock Newman. Rock Newman knows a lot of people, giving him a lot of play, a lot of information going around about the brother. Very good. He's sharing this information. He's breaking it down by systems. He's doing this talk over there at the Blackburn every month. And so I wish him well on his journey and what he's doing. And if you're in Washington, D.C., and you can make it to the Blackburn Center tomorrow, just look him up. The Minister of Wellness, Nathaniel Jordan. And go over there and join him. And I also heard today that he just left my name. Oh, he came back. Roland Martin. I believe that's his name. From Radio 1. Used to be there. He's going to be doing a live stream of his talk. So it's going to be throughout all media. On Facebook, on Twitter, different other mediums. So everybody get to watch, even if you can't make it. And I think it'll be a great talk because it'll be a reminder about how the body works and what you're doing to support that. So he said he'll be able to join us at a later date. And I don't know when that will be. But I do look forward to having a conversation with him. So you have me. And I'm thanking you for joining me on this Conscious Self-Healthcare Hour radio show. Take that deep, deep breath. Relax. Jamal, you can get ready to set up for a commercial break in about 5 minutes. I'm going to share a little bit. Take that break, and continue to doing some breathing. A lot of information is coming down because a lot of things are shifting in my life. A lot of people are moving in different directions now, wanting to let me know that they're doing things differently, that this process that was in my life is about to end in a certain manner because I know it had already ended for me. And I'm getting ready to end this stuff through social media because I went out and I've contracted a social media firm to start handling all my information so I can get rid of these people that's blocking stuff. There's many ways to handle things. And so I'm making those adjustments so I can continue moving on and sharing my information in an open environment and not a closed environment. And so sometimes we see and recognize when distractions come into our life that we're not creating. You don't sit around and go argue and fuss and scream at people. You don't want to do that. You want to do it smartly. You want to be kind and loving to yourself. So, again, so many people enter into relationships to try to feel a sense of emptiness within them. This can never work in the long run. You must first feel whole and full within yourself so that you can meet someone else who is whole and full as well. When two people are already in love with themselves, get together, magic happens and true love can blossom. And that's why family, community, and friends, I got 3 sayings. Self-care, self-love, and self-respect. You got to respect yourself. You got to love yourself, and you got to care for yourself. You have to have a certain amount of understanding. No, they didn't share that with you in school. But those are facts of life that I'm sure your grandparents tried to tell you, your parents tried to tell you. There are people that have tried to show you how to sense and feel your own being, to understand your own body. I tell people all the time, you don't have to be a doctor. You just want to become your own wellness doctor. You want to understand enough. Any practitioner, any holistic person, no matter what modality you're working with, if you're working with the individual, you want to be more inclined to empower them. Not have them depend on you. So this is what Karen does. Khadijah does. She empowers you to become your own wellness doctor. Because that's what I am. I'm my own wellness doctor. I may have to go get a reading, which I don't, because I use my own systems to do my own readings with, because I have what they have. I use the systems they use within the medical industry. Yeah, I have those systems. Just like I said before, I knew that something was coming down the pike with the condition of my body that would lead to the stroke, because the system that I use, one of the main systems that I use, called the Max Pulse system, it reads the autonomic system. It tells you everything that's going on with your body and all systems. I'm going to share a little bit more about that system with you when we come back from our station break. And think on your relationships and why are you in them. And the best relationship that you should have is with yourself. You must enter a relationship with yourself before anyone else. And that's why I survived. It's not what it looks like game of my life, because my parents taught me that a long time ago. Tune into yourself. So we're going to take a station break, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to finish sharing with your family. Keep taking those deep breaths. Are you ready to leave the dark ages of disease care management and pharmaceuticals? If your answer is yes, get ready to relearn, rethink, and rewrite your personal healthcare prescription plan with Dr. K. She is a certified lenthologist and M.O.V.E.S healthcare provider, sharing the new science of information as medicine and cellular ecology. Did you know that the field of epigenetics states Do you feel lost? Do you feel out of sync? Could it be that you are experiencing electromagnetic sensitivity? Yes, electromagnetic sensitivity. Could man-made frequencies interfere with cellular activity and melatonin production? We are beings of frequency, light, and information, and you are your own experience. Do not conform any longer to the patterns of man-made mindset of human consciousness. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Schedule your M.O.V.E.S Provision Human Body Field Scan with Dr. K, 202-248-7749. Visit the website forcelllife.com, the number 4CELLLIFE.com. Have the courage to expand your horizon and reprogram your cellular activities. Call Dr. K for your 15-minute wellness consultation, 202-248-7749. Taking those deep Kundalini breath. Feel that circulation all through your body, family. Remember, you can't give your power away to people, places, or things. Don't give your power away to anybody anymore. And thank you for coming aboard my friendship train. And thank you for tuning in to the Conscious Self-Healthcare Conversation Radio Show. And once again, I'm your host, Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, the one and only Conscious Self-Healthcare Educator, empowering you to become your own wellness doctor. And use the latest and tools. There is no healthcare system like M.O.V.E.S Health Wellness System. I like to say it's Conscious Self-Healthcare. That's why I say come dance with me and be your own wellness doctor. Because when you work with me, anytime, anywhere, no matter where you are, with the affordable scanning device, right from your own home, beach, wherever you want to be, that you got your computer connected, I can work with you. You can scan your beloved pets also. Because, see, I have the pet software for M.O.V.E.S Health Wellness, too. Because it's a family affair. People got pets. If you got a dog, you got a cat. I haven't done horses yet, but we can do horses. But if you got a dog, you got a cat, or you got that horse in your family, get that scanning device, and you'll be able to scan your whole family and your friends. They don't have to buy it. You have it. And you can work with them, and you can share. So you can see your results within minutes, right up in the cloud, as they say, up in the cloud on the internet. Once we have that scan, within minutes, you get to see what's going on with your body, what your body is trying to say to you. So we're pioneering, M.O.V.E.S wellness professionals are pioneering the new frontier. I like to say it's self-care, self-love, self-respect, bioenergetics, bioinformational healthcare. So come on aboard my friendship train, and let's all shift out of chronic disease care stress. You like that? You're going to shift out of chronic disease care stress. Are you ready? I'm ready. Schedule your appointment. Visit my website, ConsciousSelfCare.com. ConsciousSelfCare.com. The shorter name is 4Cell Life. The number 4, CELLLIFE.com. And come on and step into the future of healthcare, where you can sit back and see everything that's going on with your body, all intricate parts of it. You'll know what's going on. Nest Health reveals so much information to you to empower you so you can understand what is truly happening with the human body field. And as it reads and goes down all the way to the lower level of consciousness, the doctors deal with, other health professionals deal with, through many, many techniques and understanding. You get to see what's going on. So you want to go out there and you want to look around. You want to read about Nest Wellness Tools and see if you are ready to really step up to conscious self-healthcare. The consciousness of your cells. Yeah, cells have consciousness. Cells speak. And cells, like I said, are always trying to give you information. So take that view with the Nest Health Wellness Tools. Remember, anytime, anywhere, with that affordable scan device in your home, you can help so many people in your family step up to a greater level of wellness. Come on, family. Take that deep, deep breath with me. This is the time when you get more power to your lymphatic system, allowing it to purify, to help it support cleaning those organs. It's a slow-moving system. It is your purification system in the body. And the reason why it works the way it works is because you are in control of it. The breath, movement, vertical movement, using what we call a lymphocyzer. And that lymphocyzer is called a trampoline. How do you work on that? What techniques do you use? How do you breathe on that? Those are things that I share with you as a lymphologist and understanding how the body works. So when you come dance with me, you're getting a lot of information and you can very well understand why and how I move through this cellular malfunction of a stroke with ease and not worry and not concern. Because like I said, we can create cellular malfunctions. And when we're put into a stressful situation, even if we're handling it, the body still has to experience something. But you can help your body calm down and get back into a natural state by you not getting frustrated, by you not getting upset, by you not giving your power to the situation. Things will occur, but it's how you decide to look at it and deal with it. And who are you going to allow to stay in your life and stay in your surroundings? You got to look at people. Not everybody in your circle, in your corner, is there for love and kindness. And you have to recognize that so you know what you will be able to do. So never run from a hacker. You know what hackers are. Never run from a hacker. Never chase anyone to ask them why. Why you do that to me? Why you say that about me? Why? Some people look at you and they be laughing because they like the fact that what they did worked. And they even will laugh at you when you ask them why. And you'll even get more frustrated. Why? Do not do that. When you recognize that somebody has done something to you, you recognize it and you know it. Because the answer is because they can. People can do whatever they want to do, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. They're not happy. They're not in love with themselves. When people set out to do things to other people, to bring harm and hurt into their life, to bring trials and tribulations, people go through that enough through the world by itself. We don't need individuals doing that too, but they're not happy. And so you got to recognize that you may have become a part of a group of people where everybody's not happy. And they might see your happiness and your joy. And they be trying to cut that down. And you can't give your power away. You just got to recognize who they are. Trust me. I know the difference. And I have always known because I am divinely blessed with fortitude, tenacity, and heavenly insight. I used to be afraid to share that with people, that I was sitting back reading them, that I was sitting back listening to their vibrations. I didn't tell them for a long time. And when I did try to tell people that I could hear them, they didn't want to believe it. So I left it alone. but I can hear you. I know what you're saying, and I know what you're doing. And you can look at me in my face, and you can say one thing else to me, but your vibrations, inner vibrations, are saying something totally different. And I may just start smiling at you and say, yeah, 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 and don't even be concerned with it because it's not really my concern. So I don't share everything unless I'm asked. My mother, Shirley Hardy, would say, child, how did you know that? And I will answer, because God told me. Energy told me. When I use the term God, and most people do, it's about energy. It's not about a picture of somebody that they determine was God. It's about this energy, this vibration of life. And I would say, because God told me so. So now I know it is divine energy that speaks to me, that speaks to you, that speaks to every human. And I tell you, so be blessed in your choices that were made over the past 30 plus years in my life, because I am. I'm thankful that you gave so much time and so much concern to my life to try to bring whatever you wanted to bring into my life. I'm blessed by it. I hold and harbor no ill feelings towards anyone, because people are going to be who they are. They're going to do what they're going to do. And all you got to do is not get caught up in trying to tell them something, because they may want to see that side of you so it can make them feel good. I think they call that narcissistic behavior. They'll like it either way. But nevertheless, you just sit back and be yourself, and you recognize, and you try to move, or you move beyond it. So be blessed in the choices that were made, because I am. I like to say it's a family affair, and I got my family with me. And that means right here on planet Earth, and those that have left, and those that sense an energy like mine, that come and talk to me and tell me what's going on, or who's getting ready to do what, and how it's going to happen, so I can brace myself, because there's nothing that you can do about it. All you can do is brace yourself and continue to move forward. And I say that to say, once again, self-care, self-love, self-respect. So when you come dance with me, that's what you're going to be doing, allowing yourself to have that inner vibration. So once again, I'm your host, Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, and I'm sharing my wellness story, free from pharmaceuticals, healing from that hemorrhagic stroke, reversing symptoms for optimal wellness, quantum health and healing. Listen and share your wellness journey. You know, you can call in and you can share your wellness journey with me the last 15 minutes. Take 2 minutes, introduce yourself, say what you've been through. Then you get to go to my website, send me your story. And then what can I do? I'll invite you back on, and you'll share the radio show with me. And you'll tell people how you are creating wellness. So as a wellness specialist, share your health journey and how you are helping to assist individuals. Again, if you are a wellness specialist, and I use that to encompass all your titles that you may have according to what you learn and what you're doing. So as a wellness specialist, share your health journey, and then share how you are helping to assist individuals emancipate themselves from medical mental slavery. So listen to the shows and join me in congratulating our 2018 honorees, Ayo Handi-Kendi from Washington, D.C. She's a breastologist. She was awarded this year from our program, the Emancipate Yourself from Medical Mental Slavery Day, the Shirley R. Davis Hardy Senior Urology Award of the Year. So if you're a senior, you're over 60, you shift things in your life, you're taking care of yourself, you're working with a client that's decided to take better care of themselves, and they succeed in doing what they're doing, let's honor them. Let them share their wellness story to assist somebody else. We also honored another brother out of Washington, D.C., Humam Abdul Malik. He was honored this year with the Hadari Abdul Ali Conscious Self-Healthcare Award. What you're doing to support the community. He's working with youth, encouraging them through the game of chess, how to make conscious chess moves in their life. And that includes incorporating their health in what they're doing, looking at how they're taking care of their bodies, how he has taken care of his body, how he has made the shifts in himself. So he was honored through the vibration of Brother Hadari Abdul Ali's energy that came to me and said, honor this brother, and please, you can use my name in this award. And so I'm grateful for that. And then we honored Debbie Ann Littrell Ventura. She's out of I believe it's San Diego, Texas. And we honor her with the Visionary Award because she's working with the future in healthcare, and she is extending that. She come from the old paradigm, dealing with health in the fields that she did, and so she's now shifted her energy to this bioenergetic field. She's a master teacher. She's out here working with individuals, helping them help themselves. Just innovation. She's sharing with them. So we honored her. She's going to be coming on pretty soon to share with me, and the lines will be open where you can talk to her and understand the tools that she used, which are some of the tools that I use. And so I'm thankful that these individuals allow me to honor them. You can go to my website and you can listen to that Emancipation Program, April 30th, and hear their stories as I build that website to share the information. So I ask you, are you ready to share your wellness story? Are you ready to share your wellness story, your journey, what you're doing, how you're doing it differently, and how you have emancipated from medical mental slavery, how you have shifted out of chronic disease, killed stress? Somebody is waiting to hear your story. You can be a blessing to someone. So you can go to my Facebook group, Wellness Stories, WELLESSS. STORIES. You can visit the Emancipation page, EYFMMSD, the first letters. Visit that page. And join the Lymphatic Wellness Group. Lymphatic, LYMPHATICWELLNESS. Join those groups and move into the new frontier and understand how you can better care for yourself and how the organs work and how the body work and what you're doing. What fuels that? What helps your body to move along at a better place? Y'all know that I'm a Reverend Ike student. Since I was around the age of 8, didn't know I was a student then, but it penetrated inside of me and stayed with me. And as I picked him back up later in life in my 20s, I still go out there and listen to his words and his work to keep me inspired, to let me know that I have the power to support this body. And so thinkonomics is what he called it. Think-o-nomics. You got to be thinking, family. You got to be thinking outside of that box sometimes. He says thinkonomics is a way of thinking that gives you the opportunity to learn the truth about yourself. What did he say? Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Don't get stuck in some old information that you have learned that you think is so solid in facts that is not. It's been rewritten. You got to uproot it, transmute it, go out and learn something different. Don't be so quick to tell somebody that they're telling lies. They don't know what they're talking about if it's some old information. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. If it's not working for you, you're thinking about something that's not benefiting you. You got to change those thoughts. And I am always grateful and thankful for the energy of Reverend Ike's teaching. The information is available to us through positive self-awareness of self. When you put self in front of any word, it changes the definition. It changes the meaning. It changes the vibration. It's not coming from someone else's vibration. It's coming from you. Through my self-awareness of who I am and my surroundings, my environment, I know what's going on. Take away the fact that I can read energy. Take away the fact that I can hear energy. Take away that fact. We all have the ability to look what's in front of us, to look at our surroundings and see what it's trying to say with us. But if we stay in a sedentary state of mind, you're blocking that. And you're not allowing yourself to get what you need. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. If it's not working for you, if it's not carrying you where you want to go, you're not getting what you need to get out of it. You got to renew your mind. You got to renew your thinking. You got to renew your attitude. Karen, take a deep, deep breath on that one. Sometimes we got to do that, and I do that a lot through the day. I'm always taking those deep breaths with one because I'm a lymphologist and I know how that works. Oh, so let me see. I have a message here. Let me make sure I can read it and see if I can respond to it. How does one combat cravings for the bad foods that may have contribute to the problems many of us are suffering from? These cravings tend to surface when detoxifying themselves. How does one combat cravings? When I look at that word combat, I ain't struggling. I ain't fighting. And I'm not combating. Like I said, I've been a nutritionist for a long time. And they talk about how food is not good for you, and you need to become a vegan, or you need to become a raw eater, and all these terms that they use. You can eat meat if you go somewhere and meat was farmed correctly and raised right, and there's nothing wrong with eating meat. You can go somewhere and you can eat vegetables that was farmed correctly. There's nothing wrong with them. It's truly, they say, it is what you think about it. You can pick up something that maybe not be healthy for you, but that's all you have to eat to nourish your body with. What are you saying when you pick it up? What vibrations are you sending to it? We can shift the vibrations of anything. So I think nothing is bad. Nothing is good. Only think it make it so. So as a nutritionist, telling people to combat cravings, you have to eat a certain way? No. You have to get the right minerals, the right vitamins. You have to get the right. Those are the things of building blocks in the body. Nutrition coming from the herbs that we can no longer get from the foods. So if you can get those good herbs, some people live off of just herbs and don't even eat. Formulated correctly. So how does one combat cravings? I say don't struggle, don't fight. If you see something that you want, take it. Because you know what? You're bringing the same harm to yourself, setting there craving for it, trying not to give it to yourself. You're still bringing the same harm to yourself. So for me, Doc, I just tell them straight up. If you think you want something that somebody's telling you that is not good for you and that's what you want, get it as purified as you can and honor yourself and go ahead. Don't struggle. Don't stress out about it. Trying to put people on diets and telling them what to eat and what's wrong for them, it doesn't work. Because Karen is a balanced eater. I tell anybody every day, I eat what it is that I want, but I do it in the best way. If I want some meat, it's going to be the best meat. It's going to be processed the best way. It's going to be farm raised correctly. If I'm doing some vegetables, the same thing with that. It's going to be the best way. So I'm a balanced eater. I give myself the whole spectrum of what's out there. But like now with this hemorrhagic stroke, what did I do? I went on no eating period. I had enough stuff in my body that I need to cleanse up, shake up, remove out. Wasn't going to starve if I didn't eat. I had enough fat in me to allow me to let my body cleanse. So I don't get into diet with anybody anymore. And I've been studying nutrition, advanced nutrition, not only in the United States, around the world. I've taken classes in nutrition. And what I've come to learn is I allow people. I tell you what you need when I'm talking to you. We do these tests that I can do to tell you where your body is. And it's more about what you're thinking. So if you're craving for something and you want something, please don't hurt yourself. Give it to you the best way that you can and honor that process, and you'll make it through it. That may not be the answer that people wanted, but that's how I work with you. I no longer force people and say you got to eat a certain way, because that's stress right there alone. And people say, well, my grandparents ate this way, or such and such down the street right here in my time is eating this way, and they don't have any problems. So yeah, it's what you think. Life is about what you think, what you accept, and what you buy into it. And I know people may not want to hear this, but I know a lot of people that have taken meat out of their diet, taken a lot of stuff out of their diet, only doing fruits and vegetables, a lot of fake out meat and stuff like that. And they're not giving their bodies everything that it needs because it's not in it. Remember, we need those minerals. We need those nutrients. And if it's not in it, you're not giving your body what you need anyway. So I say to people, if you've been a vegan or vegetarian for a long time and you have no fat on your body and you're going through something, you better find a way to get some fat on your body. And you tell me how you do that. You got to have the fat on your body. You can't be all bones. You're going to have toxicity in your body. If there's no way for it to absorb, to move through the body, it gets into the bones. And you end up having problems later on. So we got to think about what we're doing, and we have to do it in balance. So no, I don't tell anybody how to eat anymore. Because I've always said, Karen is a balanced eater. I've gone from eating nothing. I was a breatharian for a while. So that tells you how long I've been doing this. And if you want to be here in this coat, in this body, there's some things that you got to do to support yourself. So family and community, you got to think about some things. So here I am. This is where I'm at. Because, you know, your body and your hair, your skin, your hair, it tells a lot about what's going on with you. I remember when my sister Sandra went bald. And I said, why you do that? Your hair is so beautiful. My sister had beautiful hair. Oh, why you cut all your hair off like that? She said, it doesn't feel healthy. And maybe it's because of my health. She left this world from sarcoidosis. She had issues all her life. But she lived a fabulous and beautiful life knowing what was going on. But I remember that period when she cut all her hair off. And I said, I really don't understand. I really do understand her statement now. I understand it because of what I've gone through with this hemorrhagic stroke. And of course, that's my head, and this is my hair. My hair has not really felt healthy to me in a long time. And when I had this stroke in December, it all made sense to me. Why my hair wasn't growing anymore. Why it became at a standstill. And why sometimes it felt soft and sometimes it didn't feel soft. So I know the internal environment of my brain is much better now because my hair is now trying to grow. I went and got my hair cornrowed to see if, when you do that, you can see how quickly the growth come in. So my hair was growing and new growth came in. And I said this to say that I have been thinking about cutting my hair all off like my sister did. And then as I was having this thought through the week, I heard a voice come to me and say, yeah, girl, go ahead and do it. Cut it all off. And it'll grow back. And I keep saying to myself, well, it might not grow back. And I might end up still being that same way, this hair thing, And so then I saw this video on Facebook where this sister had gone through a tremendous deal having twins, having her babies. And she went through a whole lot. And her hair just wasn't growing back right. And so she had her husband shave her hair off. Wow. So now I'm inspired. I may just do that as I take this deep, deep breath and as I'm saying this out loud. Whew. I think I may cut my hair off and see how it grows back. So I might be sporting that bald head pretty soon. As my brain chemistry changes, new growth will come in. And I can tell what's going on because hair can let you know what's going on with your body and where your deficiencies are and what's going on. You ain't got to go have a hair test. You ain't got to go to hair analysis. You can see what's going on and you can determine by your knowledge when you become your own wellness doctor, when you stop thinking that you don't have to know how the body works, you can take that time and you can learn how to better care for yourself. So I want to say that the most revolutionary thing you can do in these times is stop being a pawn to someone else's game. Think for yourself, family. And most often, that is called living out of the box. Some people will only love you if you fit into their box. So don't be afraid to disappoint them. Don't be afraid to step out of the box. Don't be afraid to love yourself, to honor yourself, to work from that super conscious state of life. Right there in that front lobe. Right there where that third eye is. That first eye is. That awakening eye. And I really think that's why I went through all I went through because it was so expanded. Something had to give. And so I'm blessed and thankful for my journey. I'm thankful for what I offer people, how I assist people. Go to my website. Learn more. Come dance with me. Let's become our own wellness doctor. And let's support everybody else. We're doing the same thing. Taking those deep breaths, helping that lymphatic system. Follow your bliss. The universe will open doors for you where there were only walls. Follow your bliss, and the universe will open doors for you where there were only walls. Remember that. Don't let people be a deterrent. Don't let the government, the situations, what's happening, turn you around. Somebody once says everything that touches your life should be an instrument of your liberation, or you must throw it into the trash can of history. So everything I touch and everything I do is for my liberation, for myself. I don't hold myself in no one state. I'm able to shift, I'm able to grow, and I'm able to honor myself. Make your circle and your network of people who only want to support your happiness and believe in your goals. You got to convince somebody about what you want to do and why you want to do it. And by the way, this game that they be playing about psychology is a bunch of crap. Okay? The truth about psychiatry, in short, the whole business of creating psychiatry categories of diseases, formalizing them with consciousness, and subsequently ascribing, diagnosing codes to them, which in turn leads to their use for insurance billing, is nothing but an extended racket, furnishing psychiatry as a placebo science era. That's a new thing. Everybody want to say they got issues. No, we all have challenges. Things come up. We need to sit back and rethink how we doing. And whenever you try to force life, you got to stop forcing life. Stop forcing life. You know that poem that I used to read all the time, trying to tell you how to stop forcing life, let go and let God. God being your inner understanding of the universal frequencies of life. That information to let you live a quality of life, the best life that you can. Stop struggling, stop trying, stop fighting, stop trying to fit in, stop trying to be like everybody else. You are a unique individual. You have your own signature, family, community, and friends, and nobody vibrates like you. Nobody vibrates like you. The human body processes are the same in everybody. And what makes them function differently is your state of consciousness, what you think. That's why I can't tell you that this food is bad for you. It might be the right thing in your consciousness for you. And what I say you may get from it, you'll never get from it. Because you didn't what? Buy into my state of consciousness. You stay with your state of consciousness. And sometimes it may be good for you or bad for you, but only you can determine that with what you're going through. Just like I said to you about this hemorrhagic stroke. It's not a bad thing. It was a great thing because it allowed me to know what was going on in my body. I knew something was going on when I lost vision in one eye. It's clearing up now. Doctors want to do. Take my eye out. Why? It's just clogged up. And now I know why, because of the excess fluid that was in the brain. Because of that traumatic fall I had. And then my mama and my daddy told me it's because of the way you was born too. So I got some new information. Giving me a story to write about my birth and what went down. So it was always there. So something had to give because I didn't allow the lymphatic system to do its job. So family and community, it's time to sit back, honor yourself, take a new look at things, take a look around at the people that you allow in your life, take a look around at what things and people may say to you. The message is simply conscious living through living consciously. Change your thoughts and you change your words. Change your words and you change your actions. Change your actions and you change your feelings, emotions, and stresses. Changing your feelings and you change your thoughts. Change your thoughts and you will have changed your conditioning, which is what governs your viewpoint, opinion. By understanding these things, your results will change. And that's why my results are changing. And what the doctors predicted is no longer happening. And remember what I said last week. There is also another saying, right thoughts poured into consciousness will eventually purify it. So last week, in closing, I talked to you about looking at your face every day. And your face is going to tell you how to take care of your body. So did you think about the word filtration for the F in face? Filtration, your filtration systems, the eliminating systems for bowel movement, for urine, and your skin for waste. Face. First, the F, filtration. A, as I leave you, is assimilation. What does that mean to you? assimilation. When you come dance with me, we work with the science of lithology, cellular ecology. Remember, they took all those lithologists, changed the name to oncologists, and created that thing called cancer. So when you come dance with me, you'll learn about the lymphatic system, and you'll know about the acronym FACE. As I share with you now, what each letter represents. But if you want to get involved in the details of it, you got to come dance with me. So through the week, think about assimilation. What is assimilating through your body? Through food, through consciousness, through your environment, what you're putting on your body. You want to think about it. And if you want to come dance with me, just look up Karen Davis-Foulks, F-O-U-L-K-S. I'm out there. Just Google me. You see what I'm all about. And what I'm about is self-love, self-care, and self-respect. We are one. The power of one, the energy of one. We all vibrate together. Yes, we got our own unique signature, and that's what I read with the NEST system. And don't forget, I got that other system where I can let you know exactly what's going on with your arteries and with every organ in the body. And I can help you do that. One, I can work with you anywhere in the world, and the other one, you got to be present with me. But you know what? Have equipment will travel. Just give me a call, and we can set something up. If you need to expand things in your business, if you need to help your wellness center with some new, innovative equipment, I have it. I'm here to share. I invested a great deal amount of money getting these systems that the doctors have to help our community better understand how to work with yourself naturally and not get caught up in the fear and the dogma of telling you that you have a disease that you're going to die from that you can't correct, because the body will create cellular malfunctions. But you can self-correct those cellular malfunctions yourself if you understand what's going on. So if you want to know your wave pattern format, you want to know what's going on with your arteries, you want to understand about your frequency domains, just look up the Max Pulse system. I can work with you, bring it into your practice, get things going, get you started. That's what I do. Thank you for listening and tuning in. And take those deep, deep breaths through the week, whether you're working or not. Take a moment to sit back and center yourself and ask yourself, who you giving your power to? Don't give your power to people, places, or things. Honor yourself, love yourself, and take those deep breaths through the week. See you next week, and thank you so much for tuning in to the Conscious Self-Healthcare Radio Show. I'm your host, Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks. Wow, family, that was a great show. I want to thank you so very much for tuning in to the Conscious Self-Healthcare Conversation Radio Show right here on Interlight Radio. It was a pleasure having you tuning in. Now, you must tell a friend to tune in. And if you haven't called in and shared your wellness story, don't you think it's time that you help somebody with your wellness story? Call in, share your story, join the conversation. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, and I invite you to visit my website, ConsciousSelfCare.com. Or you can just go to the number 4, the word CELLLIFE.com. Leave me some information. I would love to talk with you. And once again, I look forward to you joining us next Wednesday right here on the Conscious Self-Healthcare Radio Show. It's a conversation where we uplift each other, where we share our wellness stories so we can help someone move from disease care to conscious self-healthcare. Thank you for tuning in. I look forward to hearing from you next Wednesday.